We're coming at you live from the Not So Solo Empire Toys live stream. Hey, man.
Hijacked.
Yeah, I was going to go solo, but Dan's made it into a double team.
Yeah, I think I was thinking maybe upset Andy the other week by insinuating that alcohol was ruining his life, so he decided to sack this off and go down the pub instead.
You know, right? Yeah. How dare he go and live a life outside of here? And
apparently he's got friends and it's their birthdays. Well, it's not me or you, so I don't know what's going on with that. But
shocking.
Yeah.
Pete, welcome to the chat, mate.
Hello,
How
buddy.
You doing? Colin, welcome. Hello, mates.
Hello.
Evening, dudes. Welcome. I hope everyone's all right. You guys all right? I hope the chat's all right. Oh, start liking. Hello. MTS reselling. Hello, mates. I hope you're good.
Hello.
Welcome. Keep coming in. Say hello. If you haven't said hello, say hello.
If anyone's wondering, I am wearing a John Cena headband. Because if it's good enough for Big Match John, it's good enough to keep my hair out my eyes. And last week when someone said I was the variant of Aaron, I thought I'll change it up. I've been wearing it all day to keep I've been sorting out the toy room and it's been keeping my hair out my eyes. So
yo, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, mine's getting itchy. Like it's just.
Dude, what's this? What is going on with this?
I'm trying to go for the length though. I'm trying to grow it out now. I'm gonna have some lymph in it, but yeah, you got to go.
You just want to wear a John Cena headband, mate. That's what it's all about.
So, yeah, well, hopefully no one will see me at the car boot if I'm wearing that.
No one ever sees you with a John Cena headband. I can't get it back on straight. I'm just going to sit like this. No, I'm not.
How's it going, chat? You having a good week? Everyone had a good weekend hunting toys? Saw some big collections being bought at the weekend.
It seems to have been quite a successful weekend with regards to car boot sales, I would say.
Can you see me, Mr. Dan?
There we go. It looks terrible. I look like a 70s fitness instructor, but that's all right. I'm going to stick with it.
Mr. Motivator. It's got nothing on you. MTS, busy weekend with the family. Yeah, you need family time though, dude. You need the family time. Hunting toys is cool, but you got to get those family times in. So, Dan, have you got anything new turn up? Anything cool?
I've had a couple of things turn up, and they're both pretty cool. If you like WWF wrestling, and if you like Rick Rude, basically. So this little fella.
Oh, hold on 2 seconds.
Exhibit. My poor quality camera. Apologies. Yeah, I've been after this the short-haired Rick for a while. I think it's Mattel. I think it's Jax. Doesn't matter. But it's about 20 odd quid, and more so if he has his black dressing gown. He's like 85 quid in his box, but I managed to score this for 12 quid. So just joins my my what I'm now calling the Citadel of Ricks, which fantastically timed, absolute legend that is Mr. Thomas Haller. Follow him on Instagram. TJ Figure Customs 118 is his handle. He so there's a thing called I'd still own it if it's Freddie Mercury. I'm down with the Mercs. That's cool. I sold him a bunch of I think they're called Build and Brawl. They're 3.75 like G.I. Joe scale wrestlers, and he does like amazing customs. We were chatting earlier on actually. He's like got the whole of the Predator squad. He just Mortal Kombat stuff. He does great customs, and yeah, out of the blue, he goes, I'm making you something, and it arrived, and it's absolutely brilliant. It is a 3.75 custom Ravishing Rick Rude.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Even got his little anchored hat. Yeah. So another member for the for my Rick corner, which I'm currently working on building. I've made some steps, Aaron. I've been telling you for about 6 months I'm going to sort that toy room out when I'm actually starting to do it. So
I've seen the pictures.
Man, there'll be some stuff going. There'll be some stuff coming out of the loft, and yeah. So yes, the hope is I'm going to have a whole a whole shelf of Rick Rudes by the end of it. Yeah.
I just love the way he said the Citadel of Ricks. I can just see like every figure, like, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Son of a bitch, I'm in. That's what it is,
in.
man. It's going to be the Citadel of Rick Rudes. That's what I'm going to call it. I reckon I must have about 25, 20 maybe now. So yeah.
Man, it's cool though. Like, you got to have one little thing that you love, you know.
Well, sadly, as you well know, mate, we all have more than one little thing that we love, but this is one of the few things I very much collect. Anything to do with Rick Rude. The three amigos are incomplete. It's because Andy has a life.
Yeah, Andy's decided to go, and it's a friend's birthday, and they've gone for a meal.
Friends.
Yeah. I think he's had enough of the berating about the drinking, and
I think he's at home right now, sipping on Jack Daniels, playing with his Bucky O'Hare figures. I think that's what he's doing.
He's got no friends apart from us.
And if you watch this back, Andy, correct me. And if you don't correct me, I'll assume you didn't watch it back. So
you know it. You know it. He's a big time YouTuber now. He's got his own channel. He's Robbie Williams in us.
He's Robbie Williams does. I love that. He's left us. He's Robbie Williams does, just for 1 week, but he's yeah.
Yeah, no, he will be back. He will be back next week. He does send his apologies.
Yeah.
Aaron, Dan, nice surprise given that it was a solo sesh. Yes, it was going to be solo. But yeah, no, Dan has decided to join. Yeah,
it was going to be solo. It was going to be solo, but it's because Aaron couldn't see me. Yeah.
Yeah, so Dan decided to join in the chat instead of from the comfort of the comments to watch me crash and burn on my solo live stream. Sting hurt Rick Rude bad. Did he?
He did, but Rick Rude hurt many people badly in real life, so I guess it all evens out. And then Rick Rude hurt himself by taking painkillers and dying aged 49.
It's one of those things, though, isn't it? Like, wrestlers do have a very short lifespan, some of them, or a very long lifespan.
Well, yeah. Ric Flair never died. One's from the 80s and early 90s definitely is a real problem with pain pills and all sorts of that sort of stuff. But yeah. What do you get anything this week, Aaron? Anything turn up, or are you still waiting for your 27 grand's worth of pre-orders to come through?
Yeah, I've still got a few pre-orders. I found out what the pre-order issue was. Basically, if you order loads of pre-orders at once, you don't get it shipped to you until every single one of them is through.
Right.
So that was a bit of a nightmare because I was watching loads of people like getting their packages turn up, and I was like, I haven't even had an email to pay for this stuff. And yeah, so I phoned up In Demand Toys. They were brilliant with it. They've said wait till Friday because one more thing comes in Friday, and you can pay for what's there, and that will give you free shipping as well because it will take you over the threshold. So
decent.
They were pretty cool about it. So yeah, so new things. I a video I posted up yesterday. I opened the Lightning Collection figures I bought the other week, so they're now free.
Has he got a He-Man axe there on your left?
This one, yeah, he's got like his proper axe action going on there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and he's got like kind of like the Sith lightning coming out of his fingers.
I was gonna say, I don't know what they're doing with that. They've gone all Emperor Palpatine, He-Man.
Yeah, you know it. And I got Blue Ranger Billy with his like. It comes with the complete lance and the lance in half, which is kind of cool.
Again, just like Darth Maul, like it.
Yeah, you know it. And then if you guys have watched my review of this figure, the most disappointing figure to ever come out of toys is the Ranger Slayer.
Why is it disappointing?
So she comes with this cape, which is plastic. She won't stand up with the cape on. Because
got a leaner. It's a leaner. Got a leaner.
A leaner, yeah. And then obviously, if you've even with like the arms out to put her in like a Bowie kind of position, it doesn't help.
No.
And they've changed the way they do the leg joints. I don't know how well this is going to come out on the 50p camera that I've got, but I've got. Can you see the legs like the ankles like a ball joint?
So does that make it super floppy?
Yeah, basically. So I don't know. It just makes it really awkward and doesn't stand up. Because if you then compare it to this dude,
boots, sturdy.
Yeah, he's just got this. He's just got the hold on, the kind of
like forward and back. Yeah.
Got a little bit of movement in it, but yeah. So I was very disappointed with that.
I've got like a massive. I say massive. It's about, I don't know, 16 to 18 inches. Alien, NECA alien figure. Came out years ago. So it's a big alien, and it comes with a bunch of face huggers and an egg.
Yeah.
And it's very similar ball jointed ankles to that, and for no reason at all, because it was just standing there, both feet have now snapped off it. It's just such a weak point in figures. So it's got no weight on it. It hasn't moved, hasn't been touched. It's just one day I went up there, it was leaning to one side, and I'm like, oh, the foot's come off. So I sort of balanced it back on there. It's just for display. And then now it has both feet gone. So that'll be getting sold for a bargain price to someone that wants to glue it back together, because it's annoyed me.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, but it's really annoying because I was like really looking forward to that figure from like where she came from and what she is and everything, and just I don't know if anyone's actually seen the video or anything. You could actually like even Vic messaged me saying you can really tell in your voice you are so pissed off with that figure. Like, I was literally holding it up and it was just like drooping over and everything.
Yeah,
Eden Vintage Toy Rush, welcome to the chat.
Hello.
Paula needs some 1/18th scale face huggers.
So this is the gentleman that made Ricky Rude. So yeah, absolutely. I was trying to think, because Aaron, we've got those 375 scale Predators, but I don't think I've got any face huggers of that scale. I wouldn't even. I mean, I'm sure they exist somewhere, but
the only face huggers I've got are the plasticky ones from the Kenner line.
I've got some of them, and then I got some like bigger ones that go with this whatever 18-inch alien, but they're much bigger. That's what you got to do, Tom. You got to make Colonial Marines. There's a challenge for you. 375
100%.
scale Colonial Marines.
100%. I guess I don't know. Maybe some cheap Joes or anything, and spray them up. I don't know.
Oh man, he's like, honestly, he's got some awesome. Like I say, I'll give it another shout out. TJ Figure Customs 118 on Instagram, but see some of his work. Some of it's awesome, and yeah, really good stuff. But yeah, we're talking about he might go down the route of just trying to make not every, but a whole range of Arnold Schwarzeneggers of the different
Instagram
eras.
again?
Instagram is TJ Figure Customs 118.
Yeah, got it. Got it. Let's see if this is going to work.
Oh no, is this technology again? Is it going to?
Yeah. This is either going to work really well.
Oh,
there we go.
Ba 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 ba. There he is. That's my little Ricky Rude. In the flesh.
There you go. Lots of customs. The Robocop.
Yeah, awesome Robocop stuff. Mortal Kombat stuff. Bloody hell, that looks like a Full Metal Alchemist. That's cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, that was your.
Yeah. How good is that? Anyway, give him a follow. Everyone give him a follow, because it's all good stuff. Custom stuff always blows up. As you know, I get loads of Hasbro WWF customs made, but it always blows my mind because I simply don't have the patience, skill set, or anything. So I'm always impressed when people do that sort of thing. It's always very impressive to me.
Yeah, no, customs are cool. I think me and my brother is been doing some. He's been painting up for his friend of his, the kind of Warhammer miniature, like Star Wars things, like the Star Wars Warhammer basically is best to describe it.
Well, I spoke to him. He's been making some crazy diorama scenery and stuff.
Yeah, he's been doing some crazy stuff. So me and him have been talking about making some like 6-inch style dioramas and everything
for Black Series.
Black Series, Power Rangers, anything 6-inch scale. We like even like we were talking about making like just like an alley kind of thing where you can have Turtles, Power Rangers, Marvel figures. Like it could be a bit universal. So That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Or, dude, it's all worth it, man. You do some quality stuff. You do some quality stuff. Ed's in the chat. Hello, Ed. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, Ed. Everyone check out Ed's latest video.
100%. 100%. Cracking. I was watching one yesterday of his unproduced toys.
I think that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I didn't realize they made they did a competition and someone made like a photograph, like a camera guy, and basically, yeah. And I don't think it ever got made, but then when the classic came out like a couple of years ago, they actually then made it as a classic.
Yeah. What's it called? Like camera head or something, and he's got
yeah. Awesome.
I like it because it looks like something out. I don't know if you ever watch Regular Show. It's a cartoon that me and Hannah love. There's a theme throughout called the Format Wars, which is like VHS, basically just the different formats of media fighting each other, and that's what it looks like. It looks like a Format Wars warrior. Probably no one knows what I'm talking about, but yeah, Regular Show, awesome cartoon.
Nice.
There was a few,
I think I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that game. I actually quite enjoyed that game. You could play as like the alien, the humans, or the predator.
I enjoyed it. I probably enjoyed it more than Colonial Marines. That I was waiting like 17 years to come out.
Yeah, but definitely.
In my mind, this is so almost on the Mega Drive. I'm like, well, it don't get better than Alien 3. And you play Alien 3 now, and it's one of the hardest games ever. But it don't get better than Alien vs Predator on the Atari Jaguar. You play it now, yeah, we've moved on with graphics. Let's just put it that way.
You say that though, like even like when you've got visions in your head of when you play these old games and you're like smashing it, killing it, destroying it.
Yeah,
I can barely do like combo moves on Tony Hawk's anymore. I don't know if it's because you're just so used to like modern.
I think muscle memory, and so I can still, because I'm a bit of a philistine, and I basically went from like I have Nintendos and whatever, but as a child, my first console I had myself was PlayStation, other than my Atari ST as a real child. Yeah. So PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, like. So I'm always like, I love first person shooter games, but several years ago, me and a friend of mine played so much Call of Duty that I basically couldn't play any other because I was so used to that configuration. And people go, "Oh, just reconfigure your console." That's talking to me like you think I know how to do that. So
yeah, right? Yeah. I always used to really struggle because I love playing Modern Warfare back in the day because I was like year 11 college from when Modern Warfare 1 and 2 came out and everything. But I also love playing Halo 3. And like the ag of going from Halo 3 to Call of Duty or Call of Duty to Halo 3 online because
my problem is I was trying to play like Dead Space when it came out, and Hannah got me into like playing BioShock, but they're all so, and not even just different configs, like, oh, you need to press this button to go into your inventories, then and I just haven't got the patience for it. So if I play a game, it's kind of like I play that game and only that game, and then I move on to another game. Like I don't know. I'm obviously not very intelligent when it comes to gaming. I like side scrollers. I like Metal Slug and Donkey Kong Country. That's my sort of thing. Hello, P mate.
He's in the chat. Well, welcome. Yes, Tom, you are awesome. Vic's in the chat. Hello, Vic.
Hello, Vic.
The Easter eggs in Colonial Marine epic, especially when you
stay on that comment. I've got to get something. Hold on.
All right. I'll keep him entertained while you've disappeared.
It's only here.
While Dan goes to find what he's finding, please make and have a look at the toy division fake mask.
Oh, is this you're trying to pimp to sell some stuff? Okay, fair enough.
All right.
Oh man. After we're talking about face masks online, an absolute legend set up a Redbubble thing. So I've ordered a Rick Rude bottom half of his face mask with the tash and everything. I can't wait. So yeah, speaking of Hudson, any opportunity to display this is one of my favorite things. When I met Bill Paxton at a signing convention, and I got him to sign the picture of me and him just hanging with a "Game Over Dan" written on it. Game over, Dan. There we go. Can you see that?
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, look at that.
My poorly placed light.
Look how young young you look there.
Young I look. Well, because I didn't have a tash, so it was well, yeah. It was before he died. I think it was 2017, 18. I don't know. Very sadly missed. Absolute legend.
Definitely.
I believe he's still the only man. I could be wrong. Correct me. I believe he's still the only person to be killed on screen by a Terminator, a Predator, and an Alien. But that was the case at some point. But maybe Lars Henriksen's done something I don't know about.
No idea. No, I don't know. I don't think so, because I don't think any of the modern films had crossover people.
Well, I don't know, man. I lost count of how many AVPs they started making in random films, and I don't know.
Colonial Marines hide a range of G.I. Joe scale figures and troopers. There you go.
So higher toys are the ones that do them Predators that we've got, Aaron.
Right. Yeah.
Super detailed, super articulated, come with tiny skulls and blades and stuff.
Yeah.
They're kind of expensive, but they're also very cool.
Right at the top, I can't get them down.
Yeah. just grab it, mate. Just grab whatever.
Okay, G's in the chat. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hello, Concrete Jungle. Yeah. Big.
I never played it. We're amazing online. You could kind of sync the buttons between those two.
Now, was Halo exclusive to the Xbox, or was it PlayStation as well?
Yeah, no, exclusive Xbox title.
Then I wouldn't have played it because I didn't have an Xbox. I only ever wanted an Xbox. We got plenty now. Obviously, Hannah plays all consoles, but the only game I ever, Gears of War to a certain degree, but the only game I was ever like, God damn it, it wasn't made on any other base was Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, which I still highly rate.
Yes.
Love them.
Yeah, I can't do zombies. Film, game, TV. So
how do you cope in my house?
Well, I kind of cry internally.
Closes his eyes.
Yeah. No, Halo was a great game. It was fun to play because it was kind of like it was kind of arcadey but realistic. Do you know what I mean? Like you could do weird stuff but still like.
Well, was it called Red Team, Blue Team, or Red Guy, Blue? I enjoyed those things on a
Red versus Blue.
Red versus Blue, right? But yeah, from what I'm told, again, I'm not the expert, but I believe it was pretty legendary with regards to cutscenes and storylines and stuff, and it really pushed the boundaries. But
100%. Vic, you guys looking forward to the toy fair? What you're doing in 2 weeks' time? Yes, hell yes. The 25th of July. We're in Chatham, aren't we? And Andy,
Chatham in Essex. So a bit of a drive, but we've never us two and Andy have never done that one before. So yeah, one of Robbo Toys, and it's Tom Pizarro's stomping grounds. So yeah,
we're going to invade Bizarro's and Rob's and their neck of the woods.
Going to steal all them customers.
Yeah, come in. Yeah. Come in. West End products at East End prices.
Have a banana. Yeah, it should be good. I'm more than anything, I'm looking forward to kind of like hanging out with certainly you guys and the other. Just I like the day. I don't care if it costs me money. I enjoy the day and talking toys and the travel and it's been a while. It's been a long time since we've done anything, so it'd be nice.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be good to try but it's going to be interesting as well because again, I will plug it, but it's the 20th when they're compulsory mask wearing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, I don't mind.
You got to remember to tuck it under the glasses because people like me and you, otherwise we get all foggy.
Yeah. See, this is my only concern with masks is that because it's warm in there. It proper steams up my glasses.
Yeah.
And when I've been going around the car boots and everything in the morning, it's just been like I go to like look down and look at a box and literally my glasses just fog over like straight away.
Oh, all them blue snaggletooths you missst.
I know, right? I missed hundreds of them. Vinyl cake Jawas.
Boxes of them.
There was about 15 hotspots and scratches in that one box. I just couldn't see them because
If only you weren't fogged up, mate.
I know, right? I know.
Be a millionaire by now. But yeah, we're looking forward to it and looking forward to seeing people and looking forward to seeing how they do it because they've got pretty good safety measures in place. I think people won't be touching stuff or getting too close. So we'll see. It'll be a good laugh either way.
Yeah, I definitely think it'll be interesting to see how they do it. Interesting to see if like afterwards like it works. Maybe a lot of people aren't doing toy fairs or anything because they're not too sure how to do it. So hopefully it pushes everything into the right direction.
Yeah. So
we can
chat
to normal.
25th July. Check out the Toy Division web Facebook. We'll get some more details on that when Robbo bothers to email us.
Good old Rob. No,
Yeah.
For more Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I do. I love Left 4 Dead. It's a great game as well. But Left 4 Dead's what's this one? I think about Dead Rising. I like Dead Rising too. That was quite fun.
Again, zombie games.
It's a good game, man. The new The Predator. I got 15 minutes in, and I will sit through some of the worst films ever made because once I start watching a film, I generally have to see it, even if it's just punishing myself. I literally couldn't watch it. The main, I've done anything about it other than the main character, like the hero character, irritated me so much in the first 10 to 15 minutes. I just turned it off.
Was that the one with the kid and the kid wearing the mask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
his dad's like his dad's that typical G.I. Joe American.
Did I get that far? I can't remember anything. All I remember was I was so disgusted. Predator, as in Predator, is legendary, and even Danny Glover can't really ruin Predator 2, even though he does his absolute best. Bill Paxton. It's a great film. Danny Glover is terrible, but the film is great. Alien vs Predator wasn't great. They should have really stuck to the graphic novel. Alien vs Predator Requiem. Ugh. Then they made this new Predator film. Predators, I reckon, was all right.
That was the one where they get abducted, don't they?
Yeah, it was got Adrian Brody, and they end up on the moon. Like, I actually think that is a watchable film. I think it's all right. But the Predator I couldn't stick it. I couldn't. Just annoyed me.
There you go.
There we go. Not that anyone asked, but there we go.
You put wash-up liquid in your glasses lenses and let it dry as it prevents them steaming.
That's a true fact. If you wash your glasses with washing up your liquid water and clean them off and that, it leaves a film on that stops them from steaming up so bad.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's only because I'm sitting there thinking, is that the sort of thing that I do it and it like makes it extra steamy? And
no. That's a genuine thing.
You know where like back in the day, when Vermeulen's garden centre was there with the waterfall at the front, and every time you drove past it, someone put washing up liquid in it, and it was just like the waterfall was with soaps. And
you stand in Egham there's a little fountain. People used to students used to throw suds in, so they used to spill down the street. No, this isn't a mate. What you want to do, mate? Is stick them in the microwave for 25 minutes. No, this is a genuine tip. This does work. Yeah.
What you want to do is that you want to yeet them and just wear contact lenses.
I can't, man. I can't have that. How you feel about zombies? I feel about having things touching my eyeballs.
Can't do it. Yeah, I know. I feel you with that one.
Mm.
Yes.
The son of a bitch.
The greatest handshake in movie history.
Greatest handshake in movie history. I mean, Bill Duke, Carl Weathers, Jesse the Body. Yeah, come on. I used to watch Predator once a week. But for me, as good as Predator the film is, and it is amazing, the sequence of them attacking the village at the start, that's it for me. That is where it is at. That 10-minute fight sequence was just
it's quality, isn't it?
It's so good. It's so good. I mean, the whole film's great, but that in particular is such a good sequence.
I do love it. Yeah. Everything that. Orc 87. Welcome to the chat. I think I've seen your comments on here before. Welcome.
Who are you? Welcome.
Yeah, who are you? Welcome to the chat anyway.
Welcome to the chat.
There's normally 3 of us.
This is a local chat for local people. It's nothing for you.
No, welcome. Tell your friends. Have you guys been to any charity shops since they reopened? Any good finds from there? No, I haven't.
Me neither.
I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but there's a charity shop near me that has one of the.
Did you snap it up yet? Have you been back there yet?
No, it's not opened. It's not opened. So yeah, basically it's one of those jumbo raft turtles that's just sitting in the main thing, and it hasn't opened. It hasn't opened.
I'll be putting something through my letterbox. Has it got its belt, or is it just? Oh, you did send a picture. I can't remember now.
It doesn't have its belt. It doesn't have its weapons or belt, but it's still kind of cool. I think it's only a $5 as well, so you're well doubled your money on it.
Oh yeah, but no. To answer Orco87's question, neither of us have been to charity shops because I don't like going out at the best of times, and Aaron's busy, I think, and our local one, as in his local one, hasn't reopened. So
My mum has. She went to one. One has opened.
There's a few opening stains for sure. But again, as is the way a lot of stuff is, the donations are being quarantined for a certain amount of time, and rather than things going straight to the floor, a lot of stuff will get thrown out or redistributed. So
I think there's actually a charity in my high street, Sonaris PCA one, that apparently they don't think it's going to be reopening. You know, the one on the corner opposite the church.
That 100% is closed. If that's not going to reopen.
Yeah,
that's done.
That's what the mother said. But also, it looks like someone's tried to break into it.
Yeah.
Like the front door, it's all like a glass front, and the front door's been smashed. It's got like wooden chipboard up where the door should be now, which is sad, really.
We do live in a classy area, don't we?
Right. Dave, welcome, mate. Welcome to the chat, El Chateau. Send some questions in. Anyone else got some questions? Send them through. It's your time to now complain that Andy's not here. He's not here, so
send Battle Beast related questions, and I'll answer them really incorrectly and badly, and it'll annoy him because I don't know anything about Battle Beast.
Also, any Willow questions, it's your time now to send them in.
I don't know if you mentioned, but this chat is specifically about Willow and Battle Beast.
Ed's got a question.
We actually at the car boot of the weekend, we saw a couple of old vintage Stretch Armstrongs, and in fact, we found a Vacman, didn't we? Is that what he was called? The red bad guy was he called Vacman? Is that what he was called? I can't remember. The bad guy who's red.
I can only remember the '90s one with the T-shirt and everything, but no.
I have. When did they first come out? Was it like 70s or 80s?
Yeah, I think every generation up until probably like the '90s. I think there's even modern ones actually.
I believe so.
Their own.
I've got two, I think, original ones in my garage. No clothing or anything like that that Hannah came across. I don't know when they're made, but even to this day, they still got some give on them. Like, is it corn like starch syrup or something they're filled with? But yeah, it still works.
I remember my mate. He had one, and the dog got hold of it.
You can't pierce it. You can't pierce it.
This dog did his best. The hard plastic head like chewed completely off and everything. So yeah.
Mangled.
Oh, Wrestling versus Power Rangers. Who would win? Power Rangers.
I mean, if we're talking real world situation, then Power Ranger would just obliterate every wrestler that's ever been. In terms of popularity, then I would say wrestling wins because I prefer wrestling, but I'm sure Harry would massively disagree. But
it would be interesting.
Yeah.
What is a bigger global like moneymaker, wrestling or Power Rangers?
Oh, wrestling, dude, wrestling. 100% wrestling. Power Rangers is a big deal, man. But it's big deal. Bandai, big merch, big products. But wrestling is multi-billion dollar all over the world. So
just trying to see if I can find
a fight between Green Ranger and Vince McMahon.
Hasbro approved. So Hasbro paid $22.25 million to Saban to buy Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just to get the master toy license.
Right.
Hasbro will pay an additional $230 million buying everything. So,
but however much you think they might make on selling toys, wrestling figures, dude.
Yeah, I don't have enough time to work it out, but it'll be interesting to work out how many times Vince has sold the toy license to Jakks, to Hasbro, to Mattel.
Yeah, Toy Biz. all
Toy
sorts.
Biz, the other ones that were in the Toys That Made Us program when they did theirs.
Oh, Galoob and all sorts.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to add all that up.
Yeah.
This is where I get geeky. How much he paid? Was it WCW he bought out?
He bought ECW and WCW. Yeah.
Yeah, like all that added together. I don't know. Work out a little bit of inflation and everything. I wonder.
And then times it by 1,000 for the amount of T-shirts, the amount of revenue he makes on wearable apparel. Unreal. I mean, ba 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 ba.
Let's say, so the other side. I don't have my Ham and Slam
Ham and Slam, the Ham and Slam shirt.
Heavy Machinery T-shirt. What's our most expensive toy?
Is that expensive? Is that most you've paid for a toy, or a toy that has the most value?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm sort of looking around. I don't think I've spent more than 100 quid in one go on a toy, but I know I've got stuff that's now worth over 100 quid.
Yeah.
So,
I always say the thing that I spent the most. I couldn't. My Cloverfield toy was expensive and is now worth I think it was like £750 to £1,000, and it's just the toy.
So awesome.
Yeah, I do love it. I love it.
Dan, why don't you like Power Rangers?
I do like Power Rangers, but I like Annoying Aaron more than I like Power Rangers. I don't not like Power Rangers. I watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers when it was first on TV in the 90s. Is that right? It was 90s, wasn't it?
Yes.
Must have been. And I enjoyed it. It was fine. I don't know. I think I'm put off for two reasons. Number one is I don't understand the merch, which makes me feel ignorant and makes me annoyed with myself for not learning more. I go to Aaron, what about this? And he's like, it's like a pound shop bootleg. And I'm like, oh, what about this? Oh, that's worth loads of money. It all looks the same to me. It all looks the same. And number two is it just there's so many spin-offs, and I don't know enough about it. But no, I don't hate Power Rangers. I don't watch it, but I do enjoy Aaron's enthusiasm for it. But I also enjoy making him feel bad about liking Power Rangers, even though I literally collect plastic wrestlers. So there we go.
There you go. You had it first. I tell you what, though, thinking about it as well, and it's a good little segment to move on to. But with a like comment on most expensive toy and everything, I have been contemplating this.
Is it the Sentinel?
There
you got to buy it. Buy it, mate.
There it is.
100% buy it.
I think Matt on Toy Division put up that Zavvi are doing, and to be honest, the Zavvi price I don't think is much.
Well, you save on the customs,
shipping,
right?
And everything. Yeah. But I don't think the Zavvi price was too different to that. So,
what is in pounds? It's going to be about 300 quid.
No, the Zavvi price was like 350, 360 or something.
Oh man, I don't really. I'd buy it personally. I think it's awesome.
I think it's cool.
It comes with like 3 heads, doesn't it, as well, and like all sorts of things.
All the I don't know if it's here. Yeah, tier 1, 2, and 3 are unlocked. So you get the master mold tier.
Yeah.
You get the damaged head.
I'm all about the damaged head. That's the one for me.
Yeah, and then you get her, which is the female Prime Sentinel, which I'm not too.
Oh, I don't care about that. I display them with my Punishers anyway.
Yeah, but I think I like the idea of the master head because I don't know if there's better pictures. There's the damaged head there. But yeah, I think the master head would be cool because you could use you could use smaller Sentinels.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I'm literally just WhatsApp me as you spoke about it. My friend Tom is doing a graphic novel, and he's doing like a crowdfunder, and he's just achieved like minutes ago. Yeah, he's got what he needed. But it's funny because earlier today he WhatsApped me and went, mate, I'm thinking I might just sack it off and spend all the money people have have given me on Sentinels. obviously
No.
obviously joking. And I was like, do it. You can still have my money. But and that reason I mentioned that is because that's the problem with that. It's awesome, and 100% I would get one.
Yeah.
But it's one enough. You know what I mean? But who's going to army build £350 Sentinels?
Julian, be careful with the Zavi pre-order or something. Just
True.
yeah,
It's
it is true.
Play.com used to do the same thing every now and then. Oh, it killed me. You wait 6 months, they go, sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a banger.
Yes,
it's a banger of figure.
Awesome.
And you know how I feel about scale. And it's proper scale. It's good.
Yeah, like it's mad. Like they had pictures of it up against the 6-inch Marvel Legends, and this thing was huge.
That's what I mean. I've only got the ones that I like, like Bishop, the Blob, whatever.
There
but
you go,
yeah, 350.
350.
It's about 350.
350.
That master. Yeah.
Well, it's I think as well, like where other I think the HasLab Unicron really struggled to hit backers, but it was like a stupid amount of money, and the Jabba Sail Barge as well just hit target.
Yeah.
Again, but I think like 350 is a lot of money.
It is, but what I would say, mate, is I like the Build-A-Figure Sentinel as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But if you were in any way considering buying one of these, I say suck it up and buy it now, because if it's anything like the Jabba Sail Barge, you don't want to be spending 700 quid on it 6 months later.
Well, 100%. So, as soon as it gets put onto the market and they don't make any more, I reckon it will be 500 quid straight away.
Oh, straight away. I think people will be selling on eBay 500 quid, like even on pre-orders, because that's how they are. I very almost spent 380 quid the other day on that Fossilsaurus, that Rock Lord.
Yes.
I kind of regret not doing that. But then also, I also need to not spend that sorts of money. So Dark Lycan did clarify the amount of money we've spent on a toy. So I think Aaron will stand by his.
Yeah, about 100 quid.
Me probably about 400 or 500, something like that. But not regularly. I'm not that much of a baller.
I think the annoying thing is, so I think it wasn't the most that I spent on a toy, but I don't know if you can see it up there. It's basically it's a Power Ranger 3-pack. It was a New York Comic Con exclusive that they were selling at MCM Comic Con in London. I bought it one year for like 89.99. Yeah, something like that, 90 quid, 80 or 79 quid. And I was so happy. I was buzzing because it was like amazing. Some drunk dickhead on the train kicked it and broke it.
Ugh, painful.
And so that was painful. And
then you can say he's not here, mate. You can say Andy kicked it and broke it on the train.
Yeah, no, Andy wasn't there. And I had to be kind of calm as well, because I think it was like one of the first times like me and Vic were being on like a date together. I didn't want her to see me getting like shirts off angry at some drunk dude on the train for breaking my toy.
Throwing down because you broke my Power Ranger, bro. And
you know it. And then to rub salt in the wound as well, I think the year after we went back to Comic-Con, and it was just before it was announced that they were selling the brand to Hasbro. And they were like reduced to like £40, and they'd all sold out on the Friday. And we went on the Sunday. I was like, I kind of it's kind of better that I knew they were already sold out, but still, it was like, do you know what I mean? Like fuming.
At least you have a story about it. That's good.
But yeah,
what a more interesting question to me, or say more interesting, another interesting question on the back of Dark Lycans is not so much how much have you spent on an A toy. How much have you spent in one sitting? So like in my earlier days of going to the NEC Toy Fair, like what did I walk into the building with and what did I walk out? Do you know what I mean? And that's when it gets a little bit crazy. There you go. Vic almost beat him up. She almost got involved herself, almost threw down, Hungarian style.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that you didn't go shirts off, though.
Well, it would have diffused the situation, but it would
have been a completely different situation.
Yeah, entirely inappropriate on a first date. Let's put it that way.
Yes. So, but Carlos, I'm not too sure where you're from, dude. But basically, when you're traveling around London, you travel by train.
if it's in London, you don't drive.
Yeah. And,
unless you happen to know someone that has a private personal parking space, and even then you probably have to go on a tube to get somewhere.
NCP parking is the most killer thing ever.
It's about 60 quid for the day, and if you can, again, it's not worth it because you can either walk within central London or you just jump on a tube or whatever. So you get a train into central London and tube it around. But yeah, driving in is a pain.
Right, where the MCM Con is in London, it's the other side. So it's like
is it the Excel Centre? It's not the is the Excel, not the Olympia. Right.
No, that's LFCC Olympia, which is our side of London, which at like on a Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning, it's 20 minutes to get into basically past Hammersmith into Olympia. It's brilliant. But after I set up on the Friday night, it took me an hour and 45 minutes to get out of Hammersmith.
Oh, yeah, it's brutal. It's just brutal. Driving London is the worst.
So 20 minutes on a Sunday morning at 8 o'clock. At 7 o'clock on a Friday evening, it took me an hour and 40.
Well, Carlos has clarified that he's from Texas.
Oh, cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Making me jealous. I'm on muscle men groups, and there's a lot of people randomly in Texas just keep finding enormous bags of muscle men. I'm like, we don't get that sort of thing over here as much.
I watch another guy's YouTube channel, Narc, not another retro collector.
Yeah,
I think he's Texas based, and like they go, I think it's like Dallas Vintage Toy Show, and I think Ed's videos when he was at some of the shows out there, they were like, it was like, oh, man, it's that's mad, like some proper awesome stuff.
Yeah, but think of the suitcase you need to bring it back. Well, just fill a shipping container, send it back, right?
Well, yeah, like, I think of when me and Andy went to America, and we only went for a week, and we basically like proper man travel, like need one spare like pants for every day and one spare just a pants for every day.
Went out with one pair of pants, came back riding commando because you can't give up that valuable space in the bags.
You know it. I think every time I go to America, I always buy like my socks from Primark so I can throw them away after. Just a bit more space.
Not toy related, but I used to spend a lot of time in Santa Barbara. I mean, my buddy used to do it, to go over there, buy clothes over there, and then just leave it with the like the clothes donation banks, because I don't want to be flippant, but it was so cheap. You could buy vests, pants, socks for basically cents. So
yeah. I used to when I went out there as well, it would be where I bought like a couple of pair of Vans, so I'd wear like my crappiest pair of Vans that are falling apart out there.
Leave them over there, leave
them over there and buy a couple of new ones, and one in the suitcase, and you wear one on the way home. But
always.
What's your biggest purchase regret?
All of them, all of it. Yeah. Which I've never tried.
I literally got a wall of plastic behind me that is just
I can't even begin to tell you, because there's been some. Okay, here's an example of many things that I regret. I have a escape armor, Red Shadow's G.I. Joe Action Force escape armor, but it was missing the pins that hold the arms in. So I bought an entire new one for like 60 quid just to get the pins, and then found that someone was making reproduction pins for £2.50 each. So that was a mistake. So now I've got a whole escape armor that's going to go on sale. I'll be bringing that to Chatham. Remember I was with you, Aaron? I bought that Rancor that I already had. Yeah, that was a mistake. So I've done that.
That was that Fording Bridge, wasn't it?
Bridge,
I don't have it. I don't have it. I'm going to ask Hannah. Hannah's not replying. I don't think I have it.
She did reply, but I said, look here. But there's so many goddamn Rancors in that room. I didn't say, oh, and also look there. So I came back having spent 20 quid on something which absolutely isn't worth 20 quid, but had to have it because it's a Rancor. Oh man, I've got. No, it's not your fault. That's what I'm saying. It's my fault.
No, it's not your fault, Hannah.
No, it's not your fault. It's 100% my fault. It's my fault for like living this life where I have to have these things, and then I regret all of it, Brad. All of it.
I've got to have it in case someone else gets it.
All right, so show me up on the interwebs. She's not wrong though. I do also do that. Like, oh, I don't want this, but I can't leave it for somebody else. No, I have loads of regrets of buys. It's not buyer's remorse. It's not that I regret spending the money. It's I regret owning it. I don't need it in my life. Yeah.
But going back that, Brad, when I spent like nearly 90 quid on that toy and it got broken on the train on the way home, I was like, do you know what I mean?
That's not a regretful purchase. That's a regretful incident. You enjoyed the purchase.
Yeah, I don't know, but after then to find out it was 40 quid the next year.
Now that makes it a regretful purchase when you know you could have got it for half the price had you waited, dude. You know, okay, Brad, here's one for you. The other week, because I had to have it and I had to make sure I had to have it, I bought a Funko Pop American Psycho Patrick Bateman Chase for £80, and then picked one up before that one was even delivered to me for a tenner. So yeah, very regretful. Always regretting everything I buy.
You know.
I think we've missed one of Ed was talking about he's talking about
2 seconds. Yeah. Can't miss Ed out. North Texas. I'm from the deep South Texas.
I don't know.
I'm getting my Texas geography in my head really quickly.
Yeah, Texas. All I know, if I went to deep South Texas, my friend lives in I don't know if it's deep South, but he lives in Arizona, and he wants me to go over there. But I feel like I'd be eaten alive by bugs because I get mangled by anything that will bite you, and flies. Yeah, so I'd like to visit Texas one day.
I'd like to go. I think
I want to go to South by Southwest. Actually, that would be cool. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I'd like to go. I think a cousin of mine, they were looking at Arizona.
They're all
I know
cousins.
it's not Texas.
They're all cousins in deep Texas, mate.
They were looking at moving to Arizona, to Phoenix.
Yeah, that's where my buddy lives there. He loves it. Loves it.
Please, because I'm thinking like flea markets, somewhere to stay.
The money you'd make on finding toys, me and you would spend on suntan lotion, mate. It's so warm out there all the time, but yeah, would be cool.
I'll go back and find Reds in a second. Yeah, see, Moles has basically said you got rinsed, and we did.
Proper
rinsed. What's the greatest bargain you've ever snagged?
Oh, we snag a lot of bargains at car boot sales and at toy fairs.
We obviously, I don't know if you guys follow, but we are pretty much at car boot sales, which are the English version of flea markets. Or we don't have garage sales here, but people all go to a field and basically sell their garage sale, and they sell it but it's so difficult to explain, because when you say to someone, it's literally a field where people drive their car into and sell their stuff out of their car.
It's a field where people drive in and sell stolen goods and junk you don't want, and every now and then you find some cool toys kicking around. But it's not like a toy fair. It's not. So I always think of like toy flea markets as people buying and trading. This is what I think of them, kind of toys, and they kind of know what they are. Whereas the idea at a car boot sale, the hope is that the person you're buying off just wants rid of what it is. I bought a Rancor for £1. That was quite a cool bargain. A vintage Rancor. Really nice.
That was cool. That was cool.
That was nice.
Oh, that car boot opens this Saturday.
Is it? We will talk afterwards.
Yeah, you know it.
Okay.
Means that I have to go to that one I went to last Saturday.
Yeah.
Filthy. I actually felt disgusting after being there. So bargains. So what do we pick up? We got the Adam Bomb.
You got the Adam Bomb. You found a Purple Heart Bret Hart the other day. I found, although I didn't actually buy it, an evil Crush for £5. Didn't buy it.
Yes, that was years ago.
A long time ago. Mad Balls. You found they were sweet.
Yes, that was the first time ever. Two weeks ago now. And funny story about that. And I'm sorry to bring it up, Dan, but these boys were very.
We were lazy. It was totally our bad, man. Me and Andy were like, it's raining, can't be bothered. First one of the season, and Aaron had an absolute score. It was pucker.
So I picked up. They were selling those kind of They're like kaiju kind of 80s fake Godzilla-y dinosaur things.
The things that Hannah sticks in the flower pots out the back with like the two heads.
And there you go. There is a car boot tip from your friendly neighborhood, Empire Toys 1138. If they're selling 80 stuff, there's a good chance they've got more of it hidden away.
Yeah.
So what I noticed was they were an oldish couple, well into their like 70s, maybe 60s, 70s. I wouldn't say they were any older than sort of 75. If they were, then god damn what are they doing, because they look good. Do you know what I mean?
Weathered. They were bad. They had a bad patina on them. They were weathered.
So they had these like kaiju-y kind of Godzilla fake dinosaur things that always sell well at the toy fairs. Picked them up and I was like, oh, do you have any more? And they were like, no, we got a few little things in this bag here. And they opened the bag and there was about 7 mad balls.
The rummager did what he did best, got involved.
Yoink, 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 yoink. Yeah. And also, I found a laser beast at that car boot sale as well.
What's that?
Found the laser beast that day as well.
The laser beast, yeah. But at the same booty for many weeks in a row. Remember, like a couple of years ago, there was a couple that sold bagged up, original turtle. I must have bought 6 Stay Puft Marshmallow Mans off them, and I got Food Fighters, and you got He-Man, and all sorts. We find some, because for me the best thing, it wasn't actually me that found it, but I was car boot with Hannah, and she found a box of My Little Ponies. Bought the whole thing for a tenner, whatever. But as it turned out, there was 2 in there that were worth 110 quid. So that was quite a nice score, and obviously the one she wanted to keep. So that wasn't a profit thing. That was just it was a cool find. It was a good find.
Oh, Judas is Judith is in the chat. Everyone boo Andy.
Boo. He's in the chat. I know, because he's out and about.
Yeah, you know what? You know, 2 seconds later, you know, like, are you on your phone? No.
Yeah. I'm doing a live stream, girl. Leave me alone.
Andy, if you message me on WhatsApp and you're free, I'll send you the link and you can join in wherever you are.
From wherever you are. What's Carlos saying about Demolition? Got me excited. And he got Demolition Cross. All right, so you need Axe and Smash. So I've got Axe and Smash. I have Axe, Smash, and Crush, the Demolition ones, twice. Once with helmets and once with not. And I got I met Axe and Smash and got them to sign the backs of. That's what I like to do. Get the guys that are alive to sign their actual figures. But yeah, I don't know why they made so many Crushes. There was talk they were going to make a Crush in Series 12, another one. I mean, it's too many Crushes. There's 3 different Crushes.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm literally, if it's not Hulk Hogan or anything, it's like it's not Ultimate Warrior.
Aaron's to wrestling what I am to Power Rangers, which is I'm into it, but
I like that you like it. Old School Shinobi. I'm in rural Pennsylvania, and we have flea markets, which are basically just cars in the field with tables set up out on the trunks. Yeah, that's it was only reason I always feel I have to explain it is because I said to someone, "Oh, I found these at a car boot sale," and they were American. And they were really confused because apparently a car boot in America is a clamp for clamping cars.
Yeah, you put a boot on a car because they're trunks in America. It would be a car trunk sale. Yeah,
and ever since then, I always feel like I have to explain myself because I just kind of feel like, people might be confused if something's completely different.
You should have just run with it, man, and be like, yeah, it's a field of people that sell wheel clamps. It's an exclusive.
Sometimes you find some toys.
It's the car boot sale. Sometimes there's toys there. Hello, mate. Hello, snobby scrap picker.
Welcome to the channel, my friend.
Welcome to the jungle of us two talking nonsense.
Like I said, there's usually a third. He'll be here next week.
Yeah. That's a life goal of mine. Every time anyone thinks of Patrick Bateman or returning some videotapes, they think of me. That's a good deal.
You know it. when you just realised that's
Yeah,
all
me
right,
too.
mate.
Me too.
we completely forgot you weren't here either.
Oh, how mean. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Be cool for going on a road trip in the States and just check out all the toy stores in the little towns. Yeah.
Dreamy. Be dreamy.
What's it? The guys who made the Toys That Made Us are doing a toy store near you or something, and they're getting like these kind of rural toy stores to video, and obviously they're mixing in a bit of COVID on there as well, because obviously I think the idea was supposed to be filming while they're open, and obviously they can't because of what's going on. But
Is that the one that you were speaking to, that Johnny was supposed to be about, from Monkey's Emporium?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So it would be cool. I think me and Vic were talking about for 2022. We're trying to sort out like a Cali road trip if we've got some spare money. So you probably might be in a few of my personal collection actually going up for sale in the next sort of year, really, to fund the potential of going over there.
Yeah, man.
So and that was kind of the thing we had in mind: travel from San Francisco to LA, and stop off at nice places to sightsee, and if there's a toy store there, stop off and have a look there as well. Because
you're gonna take Baby Yoda with you.
Oh, 100%. Because we were going to plan it around when celebrations.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if you go for something specific as the center, as the focal point, and then travel around it. That'd be really good.
Yeah, so celebrations in Anaheim, which is where Disneyland is as well. So hopefully we can go there, go Disneyland, go. So that's a plug. There could be some of this stuff behind me up for sale to help fund that.
All my stuff's always for sale. I'm like Ted DiBiase. Everything has a price. Apart from my Cloverfield, that's not for sale. All my wrestlers, all my Mad Balls. Don't come at me trying to buy my Mad Balls. or the Citadel of Ricks, which is getting more and more Rick Rudes every day.
Getting rude. Ricky Rude.
They haven't made a Funko Pop Rick Rude, although someone did an amazing custom. They have not made a Funko of him. Again,
did he get a Mattel? Mattel re-release retro.
No. He's one of the. I think you might even be Series 1, but he's the Hasbro, which is my least favorite Hasbro pose. That one, a terrible face. It's a rubbish figure. So I've got 2 custom Hasbros with better faces. But no, he didn't get a Mattel, which obviously I think is a disgusting travesty. But the reality is, there's loads of people that really should have had. I mean, how come Mattel didn't do a Christian or an Edge or a Big Show? I'm talking whether I like them or not. I mean, like, kind of legends, like Hall of Famers and whatever. No, they just did a whole bunch more Shawn Michaels, more Savages, 2 Stings. I don't know why they do that. No females either. No managers, no females.
That was the big thing. I think they definitely missed a massive trick.
Oh, hugely missed a trick. People make good customs. But...
Is Mattel still got the license?
I don't think so. I don't think the license is. I don't think it is there anymore. There is talk of it going back to Hasbro. I don't know, mate. It's annoying because to me it's like a license to print money. Because people like me will just buy them. Whatever, we'll buy them, and loads of people will. So some people kind of campaign for Hasbro to reproduce from the original molds, the original series, and I'm like, nah. Do new ones. Like that, it devalues everything. But what's the point? It makes it not special. So just keep doing new ones.
But also, they're not that expensive to buy.
Well, the original Hasbros, some of them seem to be. Now we already covered the other week the price pop in what they are, but just do new ones. You got the females. You can do managers, do legends. You could do NXT, whatever you want to do. But they seem to have put. I can't remember who makes them. I don't know if you've seen them. Have you seen like the He-Man wrestling crossover?
Yes.
I am split down the middle of whether or not I think it's the worst thing I've ever seen, or whether I want to buy all of it. That's where I'm at with it. Well, in this country, good luck. I mean, you can get them imported, and some will get them, but they're already on like the sale rails in Walmarts in America, but they're not released over here.
Do you remember that guy at NEC who was selling them for like 50 quid a figure?
Yeah,
and he wanted like £110, and
yeah, but they are literally $10 new if they're not on sale. There's someone on one of the Facebook groups that's like, oh, does anyone need a scare glow Undertaker? I found one and it's like $8.50. You're thinking, geez, over here that's like 80 quid.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
anyone wants to make some money, top tip, import a load of them, but you'd have to find people to buy them, and I'm not sure that they're not rubbish. I can't decide.
I'm pretty sure if you saw them in a shop, you'll have a more of a.
If I saw them and if they weren't super expensive, but again, it depends. If I did a Rick Rude, whatever. God, can you imagine if I did a Rick Rude Rio Blast crossover? I could call it Rio Rude. That'd just be that'd be two of my favorite things in the world.
Maybe they can open it up. Maybe they could do some like Thundercats. Oh no, I suppose no. Ignore me. Mattel, isn't it? Wrestling, He-Man. They don't have any licensing, do they?
I mean, it's WWE, so I'm sure a deal could be done for anything. If I'm totally honest, but yeah, the Thundercats. Well, wrestling Thundercats crossover.
Yeah, you could do anything, couldn't you?
Literally anything. But the He-Man works because obviously they're those sort of staunch figures. But I don't know. It might be because the people they've chosen, it's like all Triple H's, John Cena's, Undertakers. I don't know. It might be rubbish, but it might be awesome. I haven't decided. I've never seen one, as in open and that. I did the rings as well. They've got like the Grayskull ring and the Snake Mountain ring coming out. It's kind of cool. But the reason I'm banging on about this is because I think that's where they put their energy as opposed to the retro line, which I find weird because you have such a market for the retro figures.
The problem is, I think, with the retros is, again, it comes down to there was a lot of figures that were peg warmers for ages. But that's because like people wanted newer figures. Yeah. So all the ones that they never had before, they wanted.
You know what's crazy now is like there's 3 or 4 of the Mattel ones, like Roman Reigns, one of the Kevin Owens, Junkyard Dog for some reason, and I think Diesel, which people are now like, oh, I've got it in mint, and they're putting covers on them, and they're going, oh, like they're like 80. Roman Reigns is like 120. I'm like, geez.
Yeah, that one. Roman Reigns was expensive from the beginning.
Yeah, I think there wasn't as many made, but I don't know. I have them all and I open them all and I don't care. They're going to be loose.
There you go. C-Moles has saved you.
There we go. Well, but if we're talking about the He-Man crossover ones, it's not. I don't know if it's a path I want to go down because they're just going to keep releasing them. Where do I display all this stuff, guys? Come on. What do you do with it? It's pretty cool. If they did a Rick Rude Rare Blast, I would not only buy it, I'd punch myself in the face. I'd be so excited about
it. There you go. Get in touch with Hasbro guy, Mattel guy.
Just get in touch with someone, anyone.
Vic bought me a cool figure the other day.
Yeah. What'd you get?
From the Disney store.
That's pretty cool.
The Archive Luke Skywalker. So this was $13.99 as well. She was in there and she was like, "Oh, they've got loads of archive stuff. So if anyone's
is that Black Scale?
Yeah, Black Series. So what they did was that they had their figures. They had their the original line. This is where this came out with, and basically everyone was complaining because they wanted their figures like 3 years later, but they can only buy reseller figures for like double, triple the price. So typical Hasbro, because they know how to make money, just reprinted them.
Yeah.
But then they recarded them as archive figures. And now these figures are going for silly money. Like the Scout Trooper is going for silly money.
Is that a clamshell on cardboard, mate?
Kind of, yeah.
What I'm saying is that once that's opened, it can never be closed again, correct?
Yeah. So if someone just does this.
Oh, he's doing it. Vic, I hope you wanted him to do that. Oh, she said let it breathe. Fair enough. It's coming out.
Let it breathe, baby. Nah, she knew I was opening it because I wanted a couple of Rebels. I hope it's really not really loud.
It's quite loud, mate. It's pretty loud.
Sorry, guys. So yeah.
Crinkle, crinkle.
It's because they don't put those like plastic ties in them anymore.
Yeah, they put them in and mold round them, don't they?
Yeah, so yeah. There he is. Yeah, you know, right? You know, right after this stream, I'm gonna go running over to the other side of the room. Like, I'm sorry.
Pick it all up, try and get the tape out, put it all back together again.
No, this was purely because it was on sale and everything. It was purely a figure to buy for some photography.
See, Brad's noted that he saw a junkyard dog on eBay with bids over 80 quid.
Jesus,
it's just ridiculous. I mean, that was only out like two years ago. It's just a whatever Mattel figure. Now, I'm not getting involved in that. I'm not going to start buying figures loads of times just in case one of them becomes expensive. Nah, I've got my one and I opened it immediately and I'm happy with that.
well, that's what I know. I know the people like on the Hot Toys scene do. They just buy them credit cards because they know as soon as they go off sale on the Hot Toys website, there's 200 added straight onto it. Okay, someone mentioned. I think I heard someone mention that some of them don't go up in price and they only stay at price. But
well, it's the same as Funkos, isn't it? Like people who buy pops on the basis that they're going to be worth more money, and some of them are, some of them aren't. But the Mattel, I refuse to accept that a Mattel figure that I bought for £9 like 2 years ago is now worth. Well, it is obviously because people are paying for it, but I'm still convinced that the whole Hasbro Mattel wrestling bubble is going to pop at some point, and it'll go back to
100%.
not stupid prices.
Like
if I was ever going to sell my collection, I did actually think about it. It passed my mind yesterday. If I was ever actually going to sell all of them, now is the time. But then I realized I'm not ever going to sell them. So no.
You know it. Yes, you do, Brad. Get down to your Disney store. I think they had others. I think they had like Bosk. Oh, Dan, who's the guy you like? Voss Wyden?
Dryden Voss.
Yeah, I think they had loads of them as well.
How funny! I opened him up today, but it was in because I'm redoing my shelves, Aaron. I don't know if I've mentioned that once or twice. I opened it up today, but because he's in the Black Series box, he opens slides, get him out, and it all goes back together again. So that's a cool figure, though.
I've got a thing for the Rebel pilot. I think they just look cool.
I find all good guys to be boring and worthless to collect, but that's just my
I 100% agree with you. The only good guys that I actually have are like the Mandalorian from the TV series.
Right, and even he's essentially in a bad guy's outfit.
You know it. Oh, sorry, mate. Universal. He's a Star Wars dude.
I thought he'd either realised Andy wasn't on the chat and was upset, or B was giving us a live reenactment of the end of Darth Vader. No.
Oh, or Luke from Empire.
Or Luke from Empire.
Yeah. You got
I love that.
Gonna have 25 dislikes because
it wasn't because he opened a figure and it annoyed people. It's because it was so loud, the crinkling, it like busted.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Send all hate to Andy's Toys and Models.
That's funny.
Aaron, you came in exactly the wrong time. As a mock Black Series collectors, it's probably quite painful to witness.
Can I cheer you up with a ravishing Rick Rude / Freddie Mercury that isn't mint on card?
Talking about Star Wars, anyone looking forward to the Hoth Rebel Troopers? Do you know what? They're cool. They look cool, and I like the fact that Hasbro have given them a second head, so you can buy two and have two different characters to like army build. I'm more excited for when Jedi hits and we can get Endor Rebel Troopers because I think that's more like I've always sit here thinking I can't wait for it to snow properly so I can get like a couple of 8080s out and some snow speeders, and then when it does snow, I'm at work. And by the time I get home, it's dark. And then when I get to the weekend, all the snow's melted and it's just slush.
I'm an adult.
Yeah, you know, right? So they look cool, they're awesome, but yeah, I'm more personally excited for any indoor because it's just more practical for me.
More woodland.
More woodland, exactly.
Shinobi versus Dragon Ninja, I love it. You're right, and I'm on board with that, and I like Old Man Luke, and I like Rogue Luke. But what I'm saying to you is, if I said, right, we're gonna go full cosplay, we're gonna get dressed up, we're hitting a convention or whatever, we're doing it hard. I've got Biker Scout, I've got AT-AT Driver, I've got Kylo Knights of Ren, I've got all these things to choose from, and you went, no, I think I'm going to go as Farm Boy Luke. I think that's what that's what I want the world to see me as. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to go as Obi-Wan. You're gonna wear your bath. You're gonna wear a dressing gown. Is basically what we're saying. The bad guy's outfits are so much better, apart from the Death Star gunner, because he looks like Dark Helmet.
But that's the gospel for everything. Bad guys are always better. In Cobra Commands, Decepticons.
Yeah.
Even
Miles Mayhem looks pretty. He's done it to the nines compared to.
Yeah, I was trying to pick the mask guy.
Like G.I. Joe, like you say, like when I was young, and what I collect is, other than Red Shadow stuff, is Dreadnoks, because they were the cool punks, but they weren't good guys. Yeah, Bebop, Rocksteady, always.
You know it. There you go. He opened stuff. Universal Collector. He opened stuff.
Probably less noisily, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm really sorry about that. Please, any comments, any bad press, please take it towards Andy Toys and Models. Killer Queen with that question.
Yeah, Aaron's now under pressure for opening that figure.
Flashed out that one, didn't you? You are the champion.
Did I rock you? Wait, let me get my fat bum out.
Mate, I'm on my bicycle. I'm going.
Oh, jeez.
Right, moving on. Jimmy Crane, hello, man. Welcome to the chat. How you doing, buddy?
I'm not really his guest.
He is my guest.
Oh,
he's 100% my guest.
What's my worst series of WWF figures? 100%. Well, the original Toy Biz ones were bad. I've got some crazy, weird Mattel ones that when you squeeze the legs together, they do like really weird, janky movements, and some of them are quite poor. Obviously, I don't like Galoob WCW figures because the world only needs so many Stings and Lex Lugers. But yeah, Jax. Other than the people that I like, the classic, that like the classics. So like Demolition, and as in the figures, the classics. There's too many. It's too many wrestling figures. It makes Power Rangers look like a small universe when you look at how many wrestling figures there are.
You know it.
But yeah, as a whole, I'm not that interested in Jax. So sometimes you have to bite the bullet because there's only so many Rick Rudes in the world, and sadly 4 of them were made by Jax. So
obviously when I was into like having wrestling figures, it was all Jax figures.
Yeah.
Like I kind of
and still is to a degree. It's just Jax and Mattel kind of hold the monopoly on this size figure. But Jax especially, like the arms, you can't. There's one. It's always one that's like that, and that's just, and it doesn't do anything. And I don't really like Jax figures. No.
Well, their wrists go, so they've got kind of like a choke slam in action, but it kind of just sort of sits like that, and they kind of just like that or something.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on, but they do make like obviously the classics and whatnot. So if I want to get an as right now there is a new Rick Rude. It's the Elite Series 77. Comes in 2. One really expensive because he's got pink boots, and one normal one, which is still like 35-40 quid. So you go where the toys are. But my favorite line of is always going to be the original Hasbro's, because that's what I had in the early 90s as a child. So
100%. Yes, I've seen the rumors. Talking Star Wars, if the rumors of the Bad Batch cartoon true, I'm excited as a kid at Christmas. Yes, that should be cool. I kind of thought that was what was going to happen because it was so weird for them to be in a three or four story arc that was kind of here they are, they're these kind of lovable roguey bunch of commandos, and now they've gone.
On a totally different note, have you seen the trailer for The Boys Series 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Now that I am excited for. That's going to be awesome.
I've only kept my Amazon going just for The Boys to come out.
Basically, yeah. Although I did watch, like I said to you yesterday, I watched the latest Rambo film. Ridiculous. Loved it. Ridiculous.
I need to watch it still. I actually haven't seen it.
It's on Prime now you can just watch it. Yeah, it's good.
I think I'm watching Preacher at the moment. I'm on season 4. I still can't tell if I like it.
Every season, because as you know, I love it. Every season, you're like, I finished the season. I don't know, man. I don't know if I like it. And then season 2, you're just like, yeah. It's like finish season 4, and it won't matter if you like it or not because you'd still have watched it all.
I know, right? Every time I'm like, why am I still watching it? And then it will finish, and I'm like, I've got to watch the next episode.
Yeah. You feel about Preacher as I feel about the wrestling He-Man crossover. I don't know, man. It's kind of cool, but I'm not sure about it.
It's kind of cool, and then it just doesn't. It's funny and it's really funny,
yeah.
And then I'm just kind of like, what? Yeah.
Stick with it, man. You've got this far. You have to find out what happens with the Grail and whatnot at this point. You need to know.
100%. But anyone who hasn't watched it, I highly recommend watching Preacher. I'm late to the party, but
or read the graphic novels. More important.
Yeah, someone at work said he's well into his comics. He says he's going to hit me up with the Preacher graphics and the Boys graphic novels as well.
I've got all of them. If he doesn't, you want to borrow them. I've got all of them. So that's why I was so excited about the Boys, and also so not excited like Walking Dead. You go, they're going to ruin it, but anyway. Dreadnoks were great and are great.
Hasbro originally envisioned them as Ewok-type characters for the Return of Jedi. That's cool. Amazing. I never knew that.
That's interesting. Totally different spin on the Thunder Machine. If it was driven by tiny bears,
you know it.
Not as scary.
You know it.
They've always been the coolest. The Dreadnoks were always the coolest. Oh man, I'd have to have a look what the Bone Crusher series were. I know there is some really bad one. I've got one of my favorite figures, even though it's terrible, is a Chris Benoit figure that's like hulking, and it has your Power Ranger flip heads. Mm-hmm. It's like that, but with a Chris Benoit face and like an angry Chris Benoit face. They have made some crazy lines. I have to have a look at but I might be wrong. The ones they made that were like super roidy, that were like hulking masses, they were a bit weird. Hold on, I'm going to take a real quick peek.
I'm going on Google now.
Yeah. WWE.
Found the film. Right, now.
Oh, the Jack's Bone Crusher. Yeah, they're rubbish. Utterly rubbish. There were so many, but basically, I would say that there are more bad wrestling figure lines made than good ones. The good ones oh, that was a cool line, and then you just see just junk, and this one talks and flips itself in half, and this one turns into a robot. That's just rubbish.
Are they? Is that the line that it's always on the wrestling podcast where they vibrate?
Yeah, you can get vibrating. But mate, toy. If it can be done in a toy, WWE will have done it in 100%. I'm with you, Jimmy. Apart from I don't like the ones so much that like the Rocker Star ones that leap, because I think it's weird that, and Brutus the Barber, that their necks become really long. I think that's a bit weird. And the Ric Flair, Rick Rude 1, 2, 3 kid is just the worst. It's just the worst. But the Gorilla Slam, the Hogan Slam, and I like the Jake the Snake style pullback punch as well.
I like the ones that have got the clothesline when you twist them around.
Clotheslines, yeah, Texas Tornado style though. The spinner ones, yeah, they're cool.
I like that one.
But funnily, the one that holds the most memories for me as a child was probably Andre the Giant or Akeem, but the pullback headbutt. I don't know why. I just have vivid memories of just getting onto a giant and just going bam, 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 just headbutting everyone. All my other toys anyway.
Love it. P's got a question. What internet and social media? How did you get your toy news?
On the playground, son.
P, I'm very much coming from an era that the internet has always been there.
P, you're forgetting how old Aaron is.
No, the thing is, I didn't really magazines. Yes, I don't know. Again, I think when I was younger, looking up stuff, I think the internet was still. I still look stuff up. Yeah, I think I have to admit that. I got all my toy news when I was actually into toys from like watching commercials and adverts on.
Adverts in like Battle Action Force magazines and Storm magazines. But I used to buy Fangoria and Gore Zone and Starlog Press and we used to buy toys, like joke shop toys out of literal joke shop magazines. Used to send a self-addressed envelope to places, and they'd send you back a little catalogue of fake dog turds and buzzers, and the backs of magazines were for toys, and the comic books really. Yeah, God, making me feel old, P. But I am quite old, so that's fair enough.
I remember having. I think annoyingly enough, I think they've been thrown out. But I remember we used to have some magazines lying around, like Toy Fair magazines and stuff, because they had all like the Star Wars Episode 3 figures in them. So I remember that, and you look through it, and it shows you all the figures that are going to be coming out for the line and stuff.
I mean, to answer P's question, I didn't used to get toy news. I used to go to church jumble sales and car boot sales, and if the new toys weren't in Woolworths, then I wasn't aware of them, or Gamleys as it was in Staines. But I remember when Boglins came out, and I bought some. And I remember when Military Muscle Men. I remember buying Beetlejuice figures off the rack, sort of thing, and Hasbro's and whatever. But pre-internet, it's a tricky one. Magazines, I guess.
Just generally, just due to age, like I didn't get back into collecting until 2007.
Yeah,
which a lot of people would be like, "What?" But yeah, that was obviously now it's over 10 years. But I was 16, 17, and after I left school, I got a job in Tesco's. So obviously, getting a bit of spare money on the side, and going down the toy aisle, and that's when Tesco's had 30th anniversary toys.
Oh, actually, had figures in stock, right?
Yeah, figures in stock. Yeah, like the 30th anniversary was the Star Wars figures that were out at the time, like the main ones. And so to there. So yeah, I've always been an internet person, just a product of my age, my generation.
100%, man. We can't ruin it because Aaron's not seen it yet, but 100%. 60 minutes of setup for half an hour of pure carnage. Brilliant. Perfect. That's what it is, man. And I won't tell you what it is, but there is something that happens pre-carnage that actually I thought was like unexpected, let's say. Anyway, when you see it, we'll have a chat about it. But I really enjoyed it. I mean, if you watch Rambo Last Blood and don't enjoy it, then you've got no business watching a Rambo film, basically. In my opinion.
I will watch it. New San Diego re-release of Swamper coming out. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Do you think they're going to make more Rancors? I need more Rancors.
What, 16 scale Rancor? The thing.
Yeah, I'd buy one. Yeah,
I know you would.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think there's probably thousands of more nerds out there that would buy them as well.
Nerd, it's got to be the scale, man. You're gonna make a jabber that big, but I want my Rancor to be 10 times that big, and I want my Starlight bit to be able to fit a bunch of stuff in it.
You want it to hold that?
Yeah. But he holds it. He wouldn't be as big as you. He's got big hands. He'd be big.
I don't know. It's kind of like, the hands are massive though, aren't they?
That's what I mean. But it would be at least. I want it to be at least 18 to 24 inches in from floor to top.
That's what she said.
Woohoo! That's what I want. That's what I want. A massive Rancor, or just more Rancors, different molds. I've run out of Rancors to buy. Maybe
that's the next HasLab.
Yeah, make me a Rancor.
6-inch to scale, comes with the tier 1 unlocks the guy who cries.
The Rancor Keeper.
Yeah,
Poor Rancor keeper.
tier 2 could be like a Gamorrean guard that kind of comes with like his head chopped off or something.
Yeah. Tier 3's a Rancor, and if you're totally into it, you get like a bag of bones as well.
Tier 3, they'll put that, what's it, the micro machines one where it eats the thing and you lift the tail up and it comes. Yeah, tier 3, you get the lifting tail action.
It was perfect. It was perfect, and I will ruin same for you, Aaron.
Yeah, don't worry.
Because basically Stallone said this is the last Rambo he's doing, and that's that. And at the end of this film, you're like, maybe it's the last Rambo there's going to be. Then there's a series of absolutely legendary flashbacks of Rambo 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the man gets up and gets on his horse, literally rides a horse into the sunset, and you're like, And then I found out that Sylvester Stallone said, "Oh no, if this one does well, I'll do another Rambo." And I'm like, yeah. So yeah, the slow motion flash. Spoilers, if no one, I should have said it before. Spoilers: Rambo doesn't die. Spoilers. Okay, the face flipping series. Yeah,
I remember I had one that was like their fists were like that, but they had magnets in their fists, so you could like lift them up, and then you squeeze their legs, and they like threw their arms down and like threw someone off.
There's a couple of like the CM Punk one.
Cool.
You squeeze his legs, and he just does he just goes like that. It's really weird. And the same line, it's got a cooler, the same vibe as a cool Diamond Dallas Page, but he does like the diamond. Some of them are cool, but they are all very gimmicky. I mean, it all is. It's toys. They're supposed to be, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny.
Tombstone Tackle. Well, like, they made loads of them up there, didn't they? I don't know how you would create a figure that only has like one working spring to do an actual tombstone. I'm sure there must be a way.
If that was a thing, I will be 100% behind it. Disney Plus is a reality type show which follows the Rancor keeper during the course of the day at Jabba's palace.
I mean, that would I'm speechless as to how good that would be. But then again,
Go on.
I've been trying to pitch for ages to friends of mine that make films, like have no money, but they still make films. Like, what we need is we need a Rancor Tremors crossover. Maybe throw some Dune sandworms in there. Basically, just a planetary battle between Rancors and Graboids. That's what I would like to see.
There you go. Sign it up now.
That's what goes in that's what goes in my head anyway.
But yeah. So basically, I'm just trying to think. Like, it will be a proper shady like show. Like it's a gangster's like hideout, isn't it? Like
it's literally a gangster. The huts are it's a hive of scum and villainy. We know this.
You know it. Like, real proper like. Yeah, there's a right bad man in there and everything.
I was watching some Clone Wars stuff the other day with Hannah, and some of that's really, really good. Like, I haven't really paid that much attention to some of it, but there's a whole thing where Jabba, or one of the huts, gets some baby hut taken, and there's all these gangster huts. It's cool. But yeah, I'd watch a program about the Rancor keeper.
You know it.
D4 in the Rancor house, cleaning out the Rancor.
Yeah, imagine like the big old pile of.
I think you need some kind of specialist equipment for that. But I always like the idea in Jabba's palace that like everyone just it's basically a crack den. Like everyone just goes and parties and just falls asleep on top of each other.
You know it, yeah.
As a kid watching it, I'm just like, well, it's not very hygienic. People are sleeping on the floor, but
like imagine going in there and just like there's like people in carbonite just hanging from the wall, and you're just like, oh, what's down there? And it's like, oh yeah, 20-foot monster underneath there that'll eat you.
Whose arm am I sleeping on? Oh, don't worry, there's 10 of us on it. It's that dude with the super long arms that comes out of nowhere. I don't think they ever made a figure of him, did they? Because that wasn't Bob. Again, that was always one of my. I always used to pretend when I was playing with Star Wars figures that Squeeze Snake from Master Universe was that figure, just like super long arms. I was like, that'd be a cool figure. But yeah,
Salacious, have you got a funny feeling that comments like that is probably the reason why she's not coming on these things?
Yeah, dude, come on.
Dude,
it's about toys.
Calm me down, mate. Calm me down.
If this isn't enough for you, yeah, at the office.
That'd be funny. Like Just imagine the Rancor keeper like Jim, just like everything something happens, he just like stares at the camera. Just...
You guys have probably all seen it because it's very old now, but a kind of similar vibe. I enjoyed rewatching the other day. Undercover Boss with Kylo Ren. Do you see that thing that Adam Driver did?
Yeah.
If you did a whole series like that, but in Jabba's palace, that would be quite something. But who knows? With Disney, long after we're dead, they'll still be making Star Wars. So probably at some point they will get around to doing that.
They've
giant Rancor fest.
I've just got visions of just like what's it? Yak Face just sitting there like at his computer and like I don't know, just another character like him going Jabba. Just
Bib Fortuna getting 5 minutes to himself, then being like, Jabba. Bib Fortuna wrapping his own neck round while he gets dressed for. But like they make they make in I guess in canon or in whatever they make the Rancors with I can't even begin to remember the name, but the little riders.
I don't technically.
The battle Rancors.
Actually, not canon anymore.
Okay, but what I guess what I'm getting at is I have toys of Rancors with little rider have saddles and riders.
Yeah.
I want to see that come to life with the best CG that Michael Bay can muster. That would be
That was the Force Unleashed. I think that was from the game.
That's right. I want to see that. I want to see that come to life in a film.
Quality game.
I'd imagine the Gamorreans are a pain in the ass literally going out because they got tusks, haven't they?
You know it.
You want to like a jelly baby. You want to remove the head first before you eat a Gamorrean guard.
Adaman, yeah. Was that the long arm figure you were on about, Adaman?
I don't know if it was. And this is genuinely, I don't know if it was. All I know is that scene before it was remastered 70,000 times in Return of the Jedi, when I think it's when Boosh or Leia and Han are getting grabbed, just this massive pair of arms comes out of nowhere. It's like me at a car boot sale.
It is, isn't it? Just like I'm walking up being like, oh, I found this figure, and then all of a sudden this arm just comes over and like
the grabbing machine. Yeah.
Bloody COVID-19, I can't believe we found out Ghostbusters Afterlife. Oh, really?
Yeah. If anything, man, it means there'll be a backlog of cool films to look forward to, I reckon.
I'm really disappointed that they haven't gone down the line of just releasing them to home viewing. Because to be honest, even if I think the cinemas are still reopened now, and like we were saying on our group chat, I just don't feel comfortable like giving my details to go somewhere to watch a film to be told, oh, someone in that cinema has been tested positive for COVID, so you're done. You're now stuck in your house for 2 weeks. It's like I'd rather not go.
I've heard that Cineworld is done, as in like gone. But the problem you got is they did like that Trolls World Tour film, and they did release it straight to streaming and to Sky and all that sort of stuff. And this I say View or a cinema company who has like the IMAX. Is it IMAX or anyway? A large cinema company has basically said to Universal, "We'll never show your film tonight," because they broke the contract. So I basically, mate, if you, and I agree with you, but if all the films are released straight to the homes, then cinemas won't exist anymore.
Yeah, so I can kind of think that like, is it kind of when they say exceptional circumstances? Do you know what I mean? Because
but in general, because they'll make more money quicker by putting it straight into people's eyeballs rather than expecting people to. So the cinemas won't be able to sustain and they'll go. So if you're comfortable there being no cinemas, I personally am like, but that's quite selfish of me because I've had my cinema fill. Do you know what I mean? I've had 30 plus in the cinema. So
there's nothing there's nothing better than going and watching a film in a cinema, especially when it's like.
Depends. The one in Staines is normally full of Asbos and
but when you go to if you're going to the big viewings that are on at midnight and stuff,
it's an event. And I've even one in Staines, they did like 1 a.m. showings of Alien Director's Cut. So 3 of us went and watched it, as in 3 people in the whole cinema. It's awesome, and it is an event when things come out. Yeah, things that get diverted to things like Apple TV, like who has that, and like HBO Max and stuff, who has that. So
No, no, it's just one of those things. Like, because I really want to see the Black Widow film, and like I said, I'm kind of stuck in that kind of. I want to go see it, but also I don't want to go see it and then find out that I'm now stuck in my house for 2 weeks
because someone in row Z as opposed to your row B. Yeah, I know. It's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, I'm a bit like, don't take my freedoms on me being stuck in my house for 2 weeks.
You're a bit rock, flag, and eagle.
Nah. Funny enough, though, I don't mind wearing a mask. I wear a mask all the time. I don't care. But I don't like giving my details to be told I have to sit in my house for 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
It's all about risk reward, man. If the juice ain't worth the squeeze, if seeing a film ain't worth the possibility that you get shut down for 2 weeks, or worst case scenario, you then transmit something to someone in your family, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. You know what I mean? Going to work, it's worth it because you've got to eat. Some would say going to car boots and doing toy fairs isn't worth it. To me, it is because that's how I like to spend my time. So
I know, but I still kind of, at least I can go to a car boot sale and go there and come back and.
Well, I can control my actions at a car boot sale, basically. So yeah. Oh, cool. Simpson artist, bang on.
Yeah,
bang on. That'd be amazing.
I was coming back to that one. I was saving it. But yeah, 100%.
Spinal Tap style with Max Rebo. Can you imagine, like, while they're making a new album, like Spinal Tap, they run into another band, and it's that woman off of The Fifth Element making her album. Oh, the options are endless for crazy bands making.
I would love it if like the mockumentary was leading up to their big gig at Jabba's Palace. Like that was their massive gig, and then that's
the peak. That's the Live Aid, just the Wembley Arena.
Yeah, you know it. Like they finally they're sitting there and they get you'll be playing in front of Jabba for his like, what's it, when he killing off his like major enemy. You're like, yes, like we finally got it.
Only to find out in the live in the pre-recorded broadcast version of your performance, they slapped someone else in singing your song. Unlucky Max Rebo.
You know it. All right, guys. Well, I kind of realised we're at an hour and 42. It's kind of flown by.
I think we're probably done. We will answer Jimmy quickly. The new Bill and Ted film will smash it because it will be great because it's Bill and Ted.
Yeah,
and there's so much nostalgia in there. Yeah, I think it's going to be. I mean, that's going to be a good film. I like Alex Winter as well, so I think that's going to be good.
I think it's going to be a good film. I think definitely they're kind of they. It's definitely good. They haven't made a remake, and they're doing it as we are our age now.
They've had long enough to understand their target audience, and it's going to be 100% people that grew up on adventure and journey.
Yeah,
and
you know it.
It's going to be good. They won't muck that up.
Vic's got it called as well.
Top Gun 2. Fair.
We've seen the toys they're making of Top Gun 2 as well.
Yeah, you showed me that, didn't I? Am I doing a Top Gun Transformers crossover?
All over that. All over that. Simpsonitis has got it. He
promises them it'll be different this time. Yeah. This is the big. This is the shot. This is the gig they need.
Yeah, I promise. After this, no more spice.
Yeah, we've got the perfect opening act.
Yeah, that's it. That could be like their biggest like competitors on the planet. Like,
how can we compete with the giant-headed Cantina band?
Yeah, they got like. I could just imagine like Max Rebo just like smashing the recording. Like, they've only got one song. Why are they so popular?
Play that song again. No worries.
For the 3,000th time this week, the Cantina band with like number one. Oh, right. I love it.
I think we should call it a day there. I'm taking the headband off so you can now see me. Max Rebo. They're basically going to replay the Manchester and London indie scene of the 90s, but on Tatooine. It's going to be awesome, but it's never going to be made. So use your imagination. I'll get my friend Tom to do a graphic novel of it. It'll be great.
Yes, guys, go Abyss. I'm trying to think of his name off the top of my head.
Abyssal Albion.
Yeah, he's doing his own comic. Go join Toy Division. It's all in there.
It's been funded now, so just keep an eye out on the Toy Division Facebook group, and it's going to be
post
cool.
about it and get it
sort of thing.
Good, guys. Cool. Thank you very much for joining the chats. Like I said, come back next week. We'll have Andy back with us. It'll be a pre-Toy Fair chat.
And
we'll show up.
We're looking to go to Nerd Base this week, so we'll chat about that as well. See how that goes down.
Yes, we're going to Nerd Base, a toy shop, on our recce of the other side of London. So we're going there on Friday, which we're looking forward to.
All right.
So hopefully we'll do some filming and some Toy Division stuff from there as well. So guys, thank you very, very much for joining the chat. Please like, please subscribe, please everyone else in the chat who is on Instagrams and everything, go follow them. Great community. And we will see you next week. Guys, thank you very much. Peace.